Hey folks, Consolidating here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play EU4. We are on the Mare Nostrum expansion. We are playing as Lübeck, trying to make the Hansa great again. You know what's not great? Portugal. Being 100% occupied by Castile. Castilian conquest of Alentejo. Well, it's only 61% war score. I guess because of the little Portuguese holdings in different bits like this. Castile, of course, has been allied to France for forever. And did go and do with the Iberian wedding. Castile is going to be a monster. I'm happy I'm not near them, but it also means I can't really counter them too much. At some point, I suspect that France and Castile will be forced to rival each other, and the world will be better off. Because that's actually the other thing. I'm more concerned about France being able to blob up more and more and more with the support of Castile. Very scary. England did have like English Normandy or English France here for a long time. They no longer do. In fact, that's almost completely gone. I guess England is in that same war, right? Yeah, Portugal, England, and Mali. Crazy. We still have a relatively significant coalition against us, but luckily we do have some relatively good allies in terms of Muscovy, Saxony here, who we're currently helping to defend against Bohemia. Well, we did help defend, and then we sort of moved away because we have no manpower or anything like that, and Brunswick over here. So hopefully those allies will keep us going. We are going to get a truce here with a couple of people who would have been in coalition as a result of this war, which is nice. And yeah, just doing a little rebel busting. I think actually I might bring my troops closer to this front over here with the expectation that there might be one more big fight that I should be present for. And we are still coring Denmark over here. Dun, dun, dun. Good progress over there. Nice. I guess I could actually throw my cannons in here to help out with that siege. That might be a good idea. How many they got right now? Yeah, just 2. So we will give them an extra plus if we go there. There we go, right before the actual next siege tick. Noble plot. Loses stability. Oh, we've been at +3 for so long. Oh, and we didn't win the siege. We were at... Of course, we don't win the siege. The enemy does. It's always the way it works. Always the way that it works. I'll pull back here. Are you going to start doing the moving dance again? Listen, we just have to finish this. Nope. God damn it. I'll just send some extra troops there. Hopefully we've got enough. Genoa's not in a trade league anymore? Wow, they lost their trade league. A lot of people have joined Venice. Well, people are definitely blobbing up. The Papal States down here. Siena. That's a large Siena. Wow. Very impressive. Who's this? Florence? Still have a Bosnia. Still have a Serbia over here. Still have the Venetian Balkans down here. Which I'm going to credit to... oh, that's Genoan bits. Wow, yeah. I'm going to credit to trade leagues being so good at defending stuff. There you go. Just finish this goddamn siege. You could probably separate piece out frickin' Brandenburg if you were still here and we were getting 70%. Are you de-sieging your capital? Yeah, you're going to do that. And then I'm going to get killed over here. Actually, I have no idea where you're going. I have no idea. I guess you're going to go and siege Egger? I'm just going to get flattened. No, and then you're running all the way back. God damn it, AI. Oh, friendlies can attach. Maybe if I did that, I would encourage you to stay here. Up to speed 3. Looks like these guys are dedicated to sieging this out, though, so they're not going to go and attack me now, which is good. If we finish this, I'm hoping that means Brandenburg will get pieced out. Oh my god, of course we don't get a freaking... Get it. Come on. So frustrated. Siege percentage chance. So frustrated. Oh, Brandenburg has been pieced out. Okay, even without taking their territory. So that's good. I don't think I can go straight into attack here, but I think maybe if I go to Potsdam first and then go that should unblack flag me. No, it didn't. Really? I mean, it's allied territory. I have to go into my actual territory? I mean, vassals are fine, but... There we go. I mean, I assume they're going to win anyway, but I may as well throw some dudes in. And then we're going to go back to Sealand over here to do some rebel busting. And that should be the war, because right now, yeah, it's only Bohemia is left as an opponent. Their army has been shattered. So Saxony is going to go take some more land and just grow a little bit bigger. They already took Nuremberg. That's fine. Hopefully they take some money because that'll also go into my coffers, and that would be nice. New ships. Yeah, I don't need trade range. I mean, trade efficiency is nice. But you know what? I actually will go for the next Diplotech. Get the new ship upgrades, get the ahead of time bonus to trade, which would be quite nice. Yeah, I wonder if I could have poached some more people down here. I don't know. My diplomats are busy. Oh, right. They're busy fabricating claims. You do that. And fabricate claims. We're ultimately trying to get up to Memel, and we can reach there, which is great. Bemel's the trade is the estuary. Königsberg is a really high value province, though. So I mean, it's all stuff I want claims on. So let's do a little bit of that. Some options for the future. And yeah, next election, since we don't, well, we're getting a little higher up, but I will go for an admin power guy next. Since we did spend a lot on coring, although we're still ahead of time on admin. Interesting, though, we would unlock a new idea group. And I'd probably go military just to spread things around. We will repay that loan. I got a lot of money. Did we finish that fortress? We did. Or no, we're building it now. I could build more buildings, which is probably a good idea. I mean, I do want to save some money for the inevitable coalition, but... So the highest value province right now for a temple is Sealand, and actually, once it's properly cored and the autonomy drops, it's definitely going to be a valuable place for that. Also, maybe the marketplace. Maybe marketplace first. Yeah, let's do that first. I don't want to overspend. Maybe more shipyards. Yeah, that's going to be fine. Okay, then I'll stop. That's going to be quite good. Alternatively, I suppose I could have spent the money on actually getting ships. I keep increasing my force limit, but if I'm not building my ships, what's the point? Oh, separate pieced out Frankfurt. Interesting. And you're busy de-sieging yourself. And someone's coming to siege my stuff? No, 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 no. Come on. Don't do that. Now I gotta come down here and kill your ass. I cannot walk through Brandenburg anymore. Right. There we go. Castle in Danzig, which I think is good. Fabricate more claims. I don't care about Gotland and Bornholm. Although, yeah. I could make a claim, as a backup to something expiring, but I just made the other one, so it hardly matters. We want, it's Memel. I mean, we probably got to grab Ern. We'll actually have to grab 2 to keep going. I don't think these 2 are adjacent. Can you go to Danzig from here? How do you tell? Would you probably need a straight there. Oh, wow. We have to grab a lot of territory to grab this stuff, or leave it disconnected, which is not particularly appealing. Alternatively, we could just vassalize Teutonic Order. I don't know if they're small enough. I didn't actually check to see if this would make them small enough to be vassalized. Not certain. Still don't have enough points to do... Oh, because you're building a shipyard. Right. I guess that's fine. There we go. Saxony's finally pieced out. They renounced their claims. Income. Treaties with Brandenburg have gone. That's actually quite good for me. So, Saxony didn't take any more land from Bohemia. They just ate Nuremberg, and that was it. They're probably worried about, aggressive expansion. I don't know why aggressive expansion is something you would worry about. Coalitions aren't a problem in any way whatsoever. Yeesh. Spend a little bit of our manpower, just making this a more reasonable army. At the very least, I'm going to have to fight rebels here, so. Dun, 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 dun. Truces. Yeah, it's okay. And yes, I want to grab this. And then at least when I'm building more light ships, they're going to be the new caravels. I'll have to upgrade my existing ones at some point. Whoops. Go down to about 250-ish. Wow, we are making a lot of money right now. A lot of money. That's with full army maintenance. I mean, not a particularly large army, but wow. Oh, I'm not losing tradition. We've decided that that is definitely bad. I do like stability, but we're going to have to take that. Money-wise, how are we doing compared to everyone else now? Country. Income. So this is raw income, not net income. So we're third, actually. Basically neck and neck with France. Ottomans still make more raw money, which is great. I suspect our expenses are considerably lower. So we are very wealthy for this stage in the game. Oh, there's a little bit more Denmark going away. Not interested in that part anyway, so that works out. Sure, yeah, whatever. Why lie when you have the best offers? 10% more global trade power for 10 years. Beautiful. Shipyards completed, which I believe means we can start our coring here again. It's coring the state level core, not the territory level core. So we have to take 2 steps now, but that's okay. There's the button here to quickly core all provinces in a particular state too. I just don't have the points for it. Danish separatists. Yeah, I mean, they might pop in a few places. Depending on maneuver. No, I think we'll be fine with the maneuver 3 to not worry about the strait crossings. Castile has announced Austria's new rival. Okay. I would rather the power here. It's a 150-point swing for that one mercantilism. I'll take the power. So ships are still being built, which is good. Just waiting for a bit more admin power to finish the final core. Oh, as I said, we have a bit more manpower. We could build some extra dudes, but... Okay, that is a much larger revolt than I'd hoped for. Interesting, these rebels are instantly moving over this way. That's quite odd. This has me a little bit concerned. I mean, we do have pretty good stats compared to the rebels, but not enough. All right, where are you running to? Over there. So we're going to get some mercs to help us out. We're going to create a template. We're going to go with... I don't know. Because we're probably going to have to merge this because we don't have a lot of manpower. I'm going to overkill it. I'm going to go with 10 mercenaries. It still does this. This is the 1 province build version. And this is the 10 province build version. I don't know. So I'm just going to go like lots of dudes. Make sure we have an excess. Man, they do build fast. Come on, you. Come on, you. Get in there. Okay, I don't like that the Separatists did take control of that, because that's annoying. But that's alright. And, yeah, we'll go and do the Consolidate. That's fine. And we don't have the best morale. But, by having a slight numbers advantage, we should be okay. Oh, I didn't realize our cavalry took such a hit. Wow. That sucks. So, yeah, not going to be a terribly good comp. And I think we'll have to wait until the morale charges up, so I may as well build that cavalry while we wait. I don't think it'll finish in time, but what the hell? Coalitions, yeah. Well, we just lost some dudes, too. This rebellion is actually not a great time for this. Though it's nice that Sweden's got some rebels, too. Danish separatists that aren't actually sieging. They might not have been able to. They need 6 dudes to siege us, don't they? Ah. Interesting. Sweden, are you in any wars? Because that would be nice. Oh, yeah, you're in the war against Denmark. Norway, Teutonic Order, Friesland. I mean, you're going to be fine, probably. But it is interesting. Alright, so we're going to give them one more tick for the full morale and reinforcement. I guess I could start moving now. They'd be fine, but let's let it lock in properly. Okay. Slight numbers advantage. We shouldn't get the river crossing. We've got the maneuver. Overall, we should have better stats. We've got a decent general, too. What was there? I didn't even check all the stats. 2-2. Oh my god. I mean, we have the discipline. We have the higher morale. Like, we should be basically the same troops. They do have a lot of cavalry. That's probably what's crushing me here. Oh, for crying out loud. Come on. I thought I was overkilling it with the 10 units of mercenary infantry. Just barely, just barely, just barely. We have a sliver more than they do. Oh, no, we lost. Holy crap. Okay, well, let's get some mercenary knights, because that is actually what's killing us there. And, oh, we're going to grab a bureaucratic guy for a little bit more in bin, although we are going okay right now. God damn it. It's like, no, it's only... I mean, they're separatists, I guess. They're not peasants. That does make a pretty big difference. You go over there. Consolidate. And get another big group of infantry over there. 2. Did you seriously just queue them all up here? Okay. So we have to make sure we have enough infantry. I mean, they don't have money, like, actual raw numbers anymore, so this is probably... Now it's probably way overkill. But now I'm, like, super paranoid. I'm like, no, we're going to go 2-to-1 advantage. More than 2-to-1 advantage. Shit. More than 2-to-1 advantage. And go take these guys out. Those other rebels got taken care of, so that's literally all that there is. There are some more rebels coming soon from somewhere. So, consolidate some more. Where are the rebels? Next one. Holstein. And they are about to pop, yeah. 2.1 years, 1.7 years. Still, it's probably a good idea. Oops. I'm going to get rid of the cavalry. We do need them to fight, you know, a little bit better. But we're way over our force limit right now, and Merc cavalry are very expensive. Luckily, we do get a discount. We are going to take the option to lose the points now in exchange for a gain of Republican tradition. One of the few events that actually gives you more Republican tradition. And now we know we have to value it very highly. So let's not screw around with that anymore. Let's finish the siege. At least it'll be quite quick. And then we'll go and park ourselves, I guess, in Holstein itself. It's going to be okay. So we're still over our force limit. We're paying quite a bit for our military. It's a good thing we've got a lot of money. Actually, over the force limit's not that much. The mercs themselves are quite pricey. Sure, Sweden. Oh, we lost an advisor. Bonus to discipline guy. That would be quite nice. And once we get actual manpower again, I will start hiring some actual cavalry. Not merc cavalry, but the other kind. Oh! Interesting. Livonian Order eating some bits of the Teutonic Order. I mean, that is the trade place. It would be nice to grab it for myself, but I mean, I just appreciate other people being at war right now. Okay, this hopefully will be fine. They actually have a fort, so we've got time. They do have the 4 cavalry, so they have a slightly smarter composition, but it's not like we don't have any, and we do have overwhelming numbers here. Of course, I thought that before, too. Poland declared war on the Teutonic Order as well. Okay, well, goodbye, Teutonic Order. At least it's keeping people busy. There we go. One you, and just go back to Holstein, which is literally the last place where there might be an uprising. It's quite far away at this point. I'm not going to disband my inventory, or my mercenaries quite yet. Although, I can consolidate them. That may have squished some of the... I guess I could have split off the mercs and then consolidated. Because I don't want to weaken my army strength too much, or someone might decide to declare war. So that was, oh yeah, so we're below our force limit now. Cool. So I'll just wait for our mercs to go up and then build some real cavalry. Money's going up. Hey, hardy seamen, hooray! Naval tradition's quite good if we do ever need to roll that admiral. Hey, this is the capital of Denmark now. Actually, a great site for it. I mean, you wouldn't want it... Well, an island wouldn't be too terrible either. So you wouldn't want it to border Sweden, obviously. It's a little bit more isolated. It's one of their higher value ones. Actually, didn't it used to have... Oh, maybe I was getting confused about development there. No families left behind. Ah, yes. We don't actually have that much tax money. This wouldn't hurt us that badly. On the other hand, a little bit more national unrest. There are very few places that can have uprisings right now, because they just had recent uprisings. This would be 5 years. Actually, I'm taking the national unrest. That's going to be fine. I don't think the tax thing would have hurt us too much. Who is this sitting here? Oh, Denmark. Just chilling. Trade conflict against England. We still have all of our rivals. We're still presumably embargoing them. Yes, we are. We haven't insulted someone in a while. I have a truce with all of them, though, so I won't get anything out of insulting them. I don't think. No. That's humiliated. That's a lot of power projection. I mean, good for all kinds of static bonuses, but in particular, just being above that 50 is what you're looking for the plus power. Really happy about that. But we really have to sit on our hands for a while. We have so much aggressive expansion. I mean, I could just do trade wars or whatever. I mean, not that I have any manpower, but yeah. We've done good. We've done quite well for our growth. This is about as much as we could grow probably as is. I mean, we could save a little bit of AE if we were vassalizing a couple more people. Although these guys were too big to vassalize. I mean, I was taking pretty big chunks out of them though. If the Teutonic Order shrinks a little bit, it might be very valid for us to vassalize them. I think they would have been small enough already, but I'm actually not sure. I think we can math it, right? So we've got 25, so that's 36. So that's 45, 65, 79, 89, 93. No, yeah, they would have been too big to vassalize. In fact, even if all they lose is Neumark, they're still going to be too big to vassalize. Then I have to lose one more thing. any one more thing? I'm not sure. If they just lost this, that might not be enough. I'm not going to do the math again. Don't math in public, kids. It's never a good idea. But if they got just barely big enough to vassalize, they'd be a great pick, especially because they are still going to have cores and claims on a bunch of stuff all over the place. And that would be quite nice. Who wants to join the Trade League? Luxembourg? Absolutely, buddy. Right here. Look at you. All cutesy-wootsy over here. Let's... Oop. Not send an insult. Improve relations. Time for an idea? Yeah, because we're ahead of time. Not very far, but we are ahead of time on this. Trade efficiency and everything would be nice. War galleys and all that, not bad, but no. Let's go back to trade ideas. That's going to be groovy. More trade efficiency over here. Yeah, at this point, I think I'll be quite happy to just get the next 3 trade ideas soon. Plus, then we can get Reformed Handstag. None, that's not terribly important. Stability cost modifier, whatever. It's fine, I guess. It will help if we end up going, like, to negative or 0 or something like that, since we do have an increased cost because of the Republican tradition. So that mostly just offsets that. The cost to justify a trade conflict. Oh, Protestantism entrenched. No, Lent. How is it looking? Okay. Is this the only center of Reformation? Because these are the places that are going to get converted. So there's still just one center for... Oh, wait. No! Alright, Protestant Sweden. Converted very quickly. And I think Norway... No, they're still Catholic, but okay, it's occupied by Sweden. I don't think there's going to be a Norway up here very much longer, which is going to be interesting if... Oh! Oh, actually, Norway might just form Iceland, which is actually something that can happen now. If a country only owns the provinces of Iceland, they can form Iceland. I don't know what the benefit is, but that does eliminate one of our ideas for, like, sort of stepping into North America a bit closer by taking some territory over there. I mean, I'm not regretting what we did, although maybe I could have grabbed... Yeah, I probably should have grabbed one of these little provinces last time, in the previous war. Wouldn't have generated that much aggressive expansion. Yeah, that was kind of a mistake. Alright, tech level 10 for military. New cavalry, so just one option, so I guess we're taking that. And new cannons. And for cannons especially, I'm going to be quite a bit happier getting more actual damage pips. I mean, what's the cannon shock rating? That's an interesting question. Yeah, they're mostly just fire, so actually their shock pips are meaningless. Well, it doesn't cost us anything to switch units. Since their shock pips are meaningless, it's better if they can just, like, you know, take a little bit less morale damage. I don't think they take much losses in battle, so I think it's kind of a moot point regardless. Truce with Brandenburg already ended. Wow. And... let's get you some more. What's my actual force limit now? 19. Yeah, that's not bad. Let me detach all mercs and then take a look at this army composition. Yeah, it's all infantry. So I'm going to disband one because we're over our force limit. Or we will be once the cavalry finishes. So I could do... I mean, let's assume... If we assume our force limit is like 20, you could go with something like a 10-6-4 comp, which I like a lot. Again, the 4 cannons is sort of... I'm not going to go over that right now. They're just there to mostly help sieges. They actually are holding us back a little bit in battles, although we did just get an upgrade to our cannon. When do we get our next cannon fire upgrade? 13. It's not a huge one, but it's something. It is something. So yeah. And then 6 is like a really sweet spot for cavalry and how they arrange themselves in battle. I don't care about papal influence. I'm not going to be staying papally. In fact, can I spend? I don't need interest. More Diplo rep doesn't help me that much. I would quite like just a boost to my prestige. I think that would be a swell idea. Higher prestige actually lowers your aggressive expansion too. Now, oh, okay, it improves your better relations over time, which means existing AE burns off faster, and the aggressive expansion impact modifier means that any new aggressive expansion I generate would be lower too. So, seems like a good thing. I mean, I could take more taxes, but I don't think I really need that because it's not my primary source of income. If I got to 100, I would take the mercantilism, but I'm not going to get there. So yeah, let's take the prestige. That's actually going to be really good for us. Is the prestige growing? No, it's still shrinking, but at least it's not shrinking as quickly. So that's going to be okay. Let's do that. And then foist off a couple more of the infantry mercs. There we go. Then we'll be good on our cavalry ratio, and then it'll be a question of continuing to replace the infantry, or the mercenaries, with regular troops. So if we take a look at our states and territories. Oh, Danzig here. Yeah, you should probably be made into a state. Actually, so should you. You're a very valuable province. Genoa disbanded again, so they reformed and disbanded. Oh, this became Sweden! Wow, I was not expecting that. Now, obviously, me and Sweden, there's going to be words at some point. In fact, I'm sort of expecting it to... Why haven't we eclipsed Denmark yet? Denmark is microscopic. Do we have to wait until our truce expires? Is that going to cause them to be able to reshuffle their stuff? Or maybe it's the duration. Like, if Denmark stops rivaling me, I won't be able to rival Denmark. The only reason they'd be a legal pick for me right now is because they're rivaling me, and I'm assuming if they can recalculate their rivals, they're not going to be able to do that. I think... How old are you? You should still be quite young. I think we're going to keep you. I could go and get a military guy for a while, especially if we're getting military ideas, but we're not quite there yet. Yeah, and definitely I'll keep the this advisor now because I'm so far ahead on military. So I need to make sure we've got the admin points to get the idea group unlocked. All right. Yeah, we're going to keep you. And in terms of military ideas, which is probably what I'm going to take next, just to, spread the points around a wee bit. I think I'd be tempted to take quality ideas because it does help our Navy in a handful of ways. It's just good in general. We could go naval, but I don't think so. I don't think quantity is right for us. Oh, plutocratic was super sick good. It doesn't make our troops better. It does give us the extra merchant, which is nice. Gives us the reduced tech cost, which is beautiful. That's good. We have a fair bit of money, so I think we're going to build some more light ships. What's my force limit at right now? I can build a lot. I want to save some. You know what? If I do this, I'll be exactly at my force limit. 300 bucks in the bank. Sounds great to me. And the next thing I'll probably do is upgrade my existing ships in that fleet. But at least the new ones are the new ones. So there you go. People are sharing maps. I could go into doing something like that. So, let's say... Oh my god, Castile. So brutal. Steal maps. Do I need actual ideas for that? Or can anyone steal maps? Need full espionage to steal that. Okay. And... Oh, coalition me again. Look at Castile. Their name's actually going right across the strait. Well, just barely. Where's the share map button? Request to share maps. Yeah, it's the colonizers say they won't do it. What about France? Do you consider yourself to be a colonizer? Yep. And you're a vassal, so you won't. In England? Yep. You're not, but you don't particularly like me, and I don't even know if Tyrone would have any maps that would be useful. They might. They might know about Greenland. Let's send a diplomat over to Tyrone. And come back to it. How about Scotland? You're a colonizer. Well, good on you, Scotland. Well done. Yeah, so right now, continue to sit on our hands. France, announce Vez. Okay. Yeah, I guess this is war score for taking. It's not necessarily the war score you're going to get from claiming it. This is the cost, I think. Okay, that's all good. I mean, we could build an extra fort, like, right in the middle here, which might be a swell spot. I could also lower my fort maintenance right now, but I don't think that's the right thing to do. We got too many border forts. I think we're going to pay for them. I guess I don't have to pay for my capital one. That's true. Because it's a little bit inland, and it'll always have the capital fort version of it up regardless, so that's pretty good. When it continues to go up, we can definitely build some more stuff, and we probably will in a moment. Hey, golden era for culture. Nice. This is great. I agree, game. You're absolutely right. I mean, might want to wait until my manpower goes up a little higher. Just bank as much as possible until my manpower is higher, and then I won't have to worry about quick buying so many mercs. Austrian-Polish border war, right? Which I like border conflict. Border friction is the CB. I like that Sweden's in there, because this will keep them a little busier, too. I don't like the fact that they've got such a large army. Oh, they're fighting in my territory. Well, Holland's about to get wiped. Still, anything that kills some people from Sweden ain't bad. Bible translated. So this is basically a question of who do I want friends with. This will change the religion in one of my provinces to Protestant, which I don't like. It does also generate more reform desire. Now, here's something I don't know. EU4 wiki, reformed, and reform desire. What I want to know is, when does the reformed start? Reformed religion typically appears a decade or so after Reformation begins and has the same center of Reformation mechanics. Yes, yes, yes. But, like, what actually causes it to trigger? It says typically a decade after, but once the Reformed desire reaches a threshold, Reformation has a chance to happen, start a new Protestant and later Reformed religion. So it sounds to me, that there's nothing I can do to make Reformed spawn any quicker. And it doesn't exist currently. So I don't think there's any... I wouldn't want my province to become Protestant, because that would be annoying right now. So I guess I'll take this option. I don't think dropping the Reformed desire does any difference. I mean, the Reformed is increasing anyway, pretty regularly from everyone's various events. It's always going to go upward, so it's probably fine to just do that. And that way I don't get a Protestant province. I don't know if they would have spawned with the zeal, and that makes them impossible to reconvert or not. No idea. Now, I mean, diplomatically, I might be tempted to go Protestant if I want to be friends with Sweden, but I don't think that's going to happen regardless. I suspect at some point we're going to become rivals, unavoidably. In fact... Oh! Sweden's already rivaled me. Okay. So I just have to wait for, like, this Denmark rival to stop. Which I suppose I could do if I just obliterate Denmark. I mean, we must still have a long truce, and we do. When does it end? Actually, 3 more years. Of course, I still have a giant coalition. Now, some of these people who have joined the coalition might be below 50 now, and they are. So these guys could not join the coalition, but they're already in it. But I really have to wait for more of that to burn off. Yeah, I'm going to take more trade efficiency here. I'm really looking to... Well, I guess, again, this third idea is not particularly critical, but... that idea was very good, right? The trade efficiency is good. And I guess the extra merchant is really quite potent. Manpower recovery speed plus 15%. Quite nice. We're not going to be able to reach there just with trade ideas. It'll be the next idea group, but that's fine. Well, I guess we're going to put a cut in here. And we are still building up our navy. What's our ground force limit? Oh, up to 21 now. Very good. And in particular, I think... not all of it. I'm going to get rid of 3 of these mercs. And then go 1, 2, 3, 4 with that. We'll reach the right ratio, and then we'll let the manpower charge up a little bit more, get rid of the rest of the mercs, and then have a standing army that is a 10-6-4 comp. And we'll have an extra dude left over to our force limit, but we might just leave that open for when we go to war and we decide to build 10 mercs all at the same time, which I think is still going to be a good opening salvo in most war scenarios. I still think saving up some money until our manpower is a little bit higher is probably wise, but a building or 2 might not be terrible. In particular, this church here and here are really going to start paying for themselves as that autonomy continues to drop. And already, it's an extra, so every 5 months, basically, well, let's say 6 months, it'll generate a gold. So 2 gold a year, which means it'll pay for itself in under 50 years, which isn't bad for a building and is just going to go up as the autonomy continues to drop over here. Won't be bad here either. The earlier you build it, the sooner it pays for itself. I mean, we could build something else. We still are anxious to get more force on it, and we actually just hit it. So I guess I'll do that and then call that good. Even that to bring my treasury a little lower than I was looking for right now. I don't know what number I'm going to aim for. You know, how in terms of mercs. This is actually quite a lot of mercenaries since we do get such a big discount. And we are going to get... no, that's just more mercenaries. It's not a bigger discount. 10% morale of army is really good. Again, you're not killing quite as many, but you're more reliably winning battles, which is still pretty strong. Caravan power... Like, these plutocratic ideas... Freaking amazing! 20% manpower recovery speed. Like, holy shit. And that tech cost? I wonder if I woulda, shoulda grabbed plutocratic first? No, I don't think so. I mean, we've never hit ahead of time with the military. And in fact, I think there was a little while there where we were slightly more... Well, we weren't totally behind, but we would have appreciated being a little bit more ahead. So I think that's okay. We are going to fall behind on a military tech going up plutocratic here, which is not making me super happy. But I'm not complaining about the fact that we've got a min-centric guy over here. When can we change this again? Oh, next year. Well, what I'll probably do, because I'm going to keep Baldur over here for a while, but I'll probably switch our focus over to military when we have the opportunity to do that. That would be quite cool. Anyway, thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.